Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready War Room Edition. I'm your host, Jim, and with me, as usual, is Mike. Joining us today is Paul and Lieutenant Dangles.
No comment.
All right, gentlemen, how have you been today?
So far, so good. Night's still young.
All righty.
There's bourbon involved, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, let's get through the main topics before we get to the bourbon.
Oh, bourbon will be included. Trust me.
We'll save the good stuff for the bourbon comments.
No, it's bourbon. All of them will. just go ahead, man.
All righty. Well, you guys know the deal. These are headlines pulled right from the internet news sources. So we will go ahead and start with our first one. Well, we're going to pause for 1 second because we have someone else coming to join us. Look at this.
All
This is
right.
the military. These guys will be doing push-ups. Ryan,
What's up? Can you hear me?
Hey,
we can hear you.
Good.
Awesome. Well, we are already into it, so you're walking right into the first topic.
Roger that.
General Milley and Defense Secretary Austin faced new round of grilling before House after contradicting Biden.
Well, since you're a latecomer there, big country, what do you think
Yeah,
about
pretty.
that?
Honestly, I mean, you just knew Biden was lying when he said, no, nobody told me to leave troops behind. I mean, it was obvious that that was the case. So, I don't know, I guess about new round of drilling after contradicting him, I guess, but maybe, I know they all said the same basic thing that, yeah, we informed him that we should leave troops there. He decided not to, so. I don't know. I do give the media credit for actually reporting that contradiction, though. I mean, they actually went back and forth and back and forth. Even Channel 2 did. I was like, oh, my God. World News did that. That's crazy, So I couldn't believe they were actually going against the Democrats there, but they did. And I give a lot of credit for doing that.
What do you think about that, Paul? I'll come back to that, big country.
Paul, you're muted, bro.
Sorry. I think it's just going to return the heat on the State Department, and I think it's probably going to return the heat on National Security Advisor at that point, because everybody that I'd listened to that was wearing a uniform all said the same thing. So who else was in that decision-making process? But again, where does the buck stop? So they brought up kind of a good point. Is it, did he really make the decision? Does he even know he made the decision? Is he lying to it? Either way that you go, it doesn't seem to be really good. Now, Milley had some other stuff that came out on the other hand, which is a totally different topic than the contradiction of Biden, but that's a different topic, I presume.
He makes a good point, actually, because even when they showed the contradiction in play, side by side, Biden's answer was, no, they didn't tell me that. I don't remember hearing that. There's the key. I don't remember hearing that. Yeah.
But is that true? Does he really just not
He doesn't.
remember because he doesn't know where the fuck he is?
You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Do you not think this is a game plan? Like, do you not think that there's somebody behind them saying, okay, we can use him as our way out? His cognitive abilities? Like,
who, Biden or Milley?
Well, Biden. If the people pulling Biden's strings.
Dupe. Yeah, he's the ultimate dupe. You just get him to Robert E. Lee, Florida, you get him to go through that spiel. And then who do you blame? I mean, the buck stops with him, right?
No, but they'll blame his cognitive abilities at that point.
Oh, sure.
If it works, they'll use it.
Bad, and then what are you left with? You're left with Harris.
Oh, God.
We've already went over it that Biden's just a fucking puppet.
Yeah, they all are. I agree with you on that.
Most presidents usually are.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Thanks for asking, Mike. But my opinion would be, I think there's more to come. I don't really. I mean, it's awesome and funny, and I really honestly think this headline's cool and all, but wait till more comes out on this. I like to answer when more stuff comes out on it because
More stuff like what?
there's going to be more stuff released about what happened, what's going on, and
Well, I think they just about did it all right there.
Well, I
Yeah.
think part what we didn't mention, Mike, is how Milley was kept saying, "Well, I can't talk about that stuff. I can't talk about that." Like he couldn't reveal anything he said with Biden, but yet while Trump was president, he's talking to the media to make three
Yeah.
different books. Like,
Yeah,
well, you
but
could
talking to the
before
media about what?
about Trump and his conversations with Trump.
Well, yeah. So he did say I can't talk about that in a way. He said I would never disclose what I said to the president in the Oval Office, but I've been saying the same thing since May of 2020, and I'm very candid.
right.
So he
But,
basically said I said it to him.
I'm sure one of the questions is going to be about the Marine officer, so I won't even bring that up now. But there's a lot. I think there's a lot of stuff that there's more stuff that will be brought up in the future, and this question will be very, very interesting. Come a couple more months from now.
Oh, okay.
I like right after that report, they come up and say right after that they said the security or the intelligence community says they were caught off guard with how fast with how much corruption and how fast the troops fell in Afghanistan. I was like, really? I mean, have you not been there? Did you never set foot on the ground? Because I could have told you they were going to fall the second you pulled American troops out of there. They sucked. Not to be mean
Isn't
about
this
it.
the same guy who allegedly called China?
Yes.
Yes, and said it was his job to make sure they knew we weren't going to war. It's
Right.
not his job.
All right.
Yeah.
But he was also said he was told to do so by the Secretary of Defense.
That's a whole nother issue that wasn't in that hot headline that I think there's a lot of meat on that bone.
Isn't this the same guy who said something about not directly mentioning critical race theory, but something along those lines?
Yes.
Yeah.
One that
Yes.
said
White rage.
White rage.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like people want to listen to him when it fits their what I call political narrative. You know what I mean? If it's gonna make Biden look bad, hey, he's a general patriot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, but if it's something else, that guy's a nut job. What the hell is he talking? He doesn't know anything. Oh, that's why I was like, okay, all right.
But with that, he wasn't the only general up there saying that either, you know?
Yeah, but he's the one in the headlines.
Well, I don't know. I
You
saw
get
a
what-
couple
you
on
get
the
what I'm
news
saying?
video. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but that's why I say like with what the hell is his name today? Lieutenant Dangles? Yeah. What Lieutenant Dangles was saying was a couple of months. Who knows what's going to come out in a couple of months about this guy? So that's why I'm like, okay.
Right.
No.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yeah, but I think it'll be very interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, next one, Jim.
All right, let's move right into it because Lieutenant Dangles wants to get into it. U.S. Marine officer who demanded accountability from military leaders for Afghanistan failures is now in the brig.
I wonder what exactly did he say? But
I saw it.
So what happened was he called some people out on social media. The military told him, "We're putting a gag order." They put a gag order on him, meaning you shut the fuck up. You don't say another goddamn thing on social media. And he continued. He said some more shit this weekend when he wasn't supposed to say anything, and they arrested him for violating the gag order.
Wait a minute, I thought they kicked him out of the Corps. He's a free-ass citizen at that point, wouldn't he be?
It's almost like it reminds me of that movie Few Good. Is it Few Good Men? Where
Tom
they
Cruise.
The Code Red.
yeah, where they
Come in here in your faggoty white uniform and your
Where they-
Harvard mouth. You that movie?
where
Yes, classic.
There was a code red ordered, and it happened. There's a we all know that there's codes in the military, and it's as simple as that. We all know that, and the gag order is part of the code, man. No, there's no code. There's no.
I don't know any of that stuff.
I don't know
what
about
you're
neither.
talking about.
But here's a C-17 flight over. Sweet. But no. he was a gag order is bullshit, and they fucking gave him a direct order. Shut the fuck up! Don't say anything more on social media, and he did it.
He has like an insubordination charge.
Right.
He's got a several actions unbecoming of an officer charge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
they're all right in that same straight. Is
Right.
it really worth throwing you in the brig? Nah, that's just, I'm going to show you for running your mouth. Like, just get your ass in here and stay out of trouble for a little while. You're causing problems for us.
Well, that was them showing what. Hey, don't anybody else do this. This is what happens. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Right.
And to me, it's like fucking communism like that. That's fucking bullshit. He didn't disclose classified information with it. He didn't.
But he did violate a direct order, though.
Yeah, is that like?
It's insubordination.
Are you
That's
really?
it.
Are you allowed to fucking give a gag order? I mean, I think you're allowed to give a gag order about as much as you can give a fucking code red.
Now, if you're still in the military, they can tell you to,
Yeah,
it's
communicate with this. Absolutely.
I know, I get it, but it's just like now people know that shit goes on too. So okay.
I mean, just because you took an oath to defend the Constitution doesn't mean you have all the rights that are in the Constitution the second you
100%.
sign that contract.
100%.
Right.
You lose every bit of your rights because you defended it.
Well, you
Right.
kind of sign.
I mean, it's
yourself
not
into
only the
system
military,
of Uncle
neither,
Sam
though.
kind of owning you at that point, really.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. You're absolutely
Yeah.
owned by the military.
That's like if you serve on a jury, they say, hey, you better not speak about this.
Right.
So it's somewhat of a gag order in itself.
I think that there's many ways to look at it. I look at the guy as to me, he's a fucking hero for calling people out. He's another Trump. People are going to hate him because he fucking called people out. Plain and simple. But it was the shit that he said is true. It's not fucking fake. And he did not compromise our country. He didn't compromise our security. He didn't do shit. He just fucking questioned some bullshit that fucking happened. And I agree with it, but people like us get punished for that shit. So I mean, I get it, but
Yeah. Can I, before Kaner takes the whole show on just this one,
sorry.
I just want to say, I get it. I get it from the extent. First of all, I respect the guy because he's talking the game and he's walking the talk. He's not just, putting a little tweet out and then hiding it. So I respect him for that. But I think, like Paul says, that the brig, you know what I mean? Like, I talked back to my staff sergeant, and I ended up on radio duty, not in the brig. So let's be real. This is a statement. And at the end of the day, regardless he's right or wrong, that's his punishment to deal with. Who is accountable for what happened in Afghanistan? Has anybody been accountable? So it didn't work anyway, right? Because there is no accountability anyway.
Right.
What, Mike, you got something? All those funny faces, Mike.
I know.
I mean, yeah, you say who's accountable for Afghanistan for what?
I don't know. Leaving weapons, leaving all that stuff. People still there. U.S. people. Like, you tell me. Somebody's got to be accountable,
I didn't make the comment. You made the comment. Like,
well,
who's
that's what I'm saying.
For Afghanistan for what?
Well, I think there's 20 years of accountability for Afghanistan, honestly.
So what?
There's 20 years of accountability for Afghanistan. We went there to overthrow the Taliban. We did that in 47 days. Here we are 20 years later.
All the
There's a lot of
soldiers who
accountability.
died and held accountable, I guess you could say. Only soldiers who pass away over there, who give the ultimate sacrifice. You know what I mean? So it's like when you talk about accountability, I'm like, for what? I don't get it. All the equipment that's left over there. Are we just going to talk about Afghanistan? What about the equipment left over in Iraq?
Well, that's what he was talking about.
That's a totally different subject, but
that's what this guy is talking about.
Yeah, what I'm saying, it happens all the time. It's just that it's like front and center within the last, normally it would be 2 weeks, but within the last 2 weeks, so it's fresh on our minds. So now this is an issue. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
I don't know. Let me give you an example because I just heard this on the radio too, and I think it came from his parents or something about one of the kids that was supposed to go see his father for dinner. He texted him. He said, "Hey, I can't make it because somebody lost their night vision goggles, and we can't be released until we find them."
Oh yeah.
So one soldier or Marine or whatever loses a piece of equipment, and everyone in that battalion or wherever, whatever stress group, has to look for it. Somebody's paying the price for this one soldier. So how does that not apply all across the board? Who's paying the price for anything we've screwed up over there? Nobody? We just sweep it under the rug?
Yeah, but that pair of MVGs in this case they just said the hell with it. We're gonna take a loss, and they left it in Afghanistan.
Yeah, a whole lot of them.
Yeah, so nobody's paying the price. So I don't get it.
But these are the same people that they want to continue to be responsible to me, and a fiduciary mean the taxpayer. Yeah, I'm accountable to the taxpayer. Shit. Fuck it. We're just going to leave it. And not only that, the people we've been fighting for the last 20 years, we're going to leave it all to them.
Yeah.
I mean, does that really tell me that's not kind of a fuck up? It's like you're on guard duty and like,
Oh, no.
you know, some rebel patrol comes up and you're like, you open up the arms room and you're like, here you go, dudes. And somebody's got it. There's got to be some responsibility. But no, I think it's a deeper issue, Mike. Really.
No, I get it.
All of this. Who's accountable? Iraq. Who's accountable? All of it.
Yeah. But I mean,
So
if you want to just stick with this.
It's great we've been talking about it in the last 2 weeks. We should continue to talk about it so we don't do it again.
That's the key right there. And you know, that's what I've been saying. It's like soon as the next headline, not on the war room, but the next headline comes out, that's going to be the talking point for the next 2 months then. And this right here is going to be forgotten until what? Until a Republican gets in office, and then something similar happens, and then a Democrat's going to try to crucify him or her or whoever. You know?
But Mike, that was the point of my thing. The brig was to show them, like Kana said, that, you know, nobody else should be doing this. So they held him over accountable to keep people from doing it. So the cycle you're talking about is going to continue until someone is accountable.
It's about how shit went down, how shit got pulled out. It's about how shit went down. Number one, and number two, the brig. So you're telling people? Obviously, he did this with a direct order. Absolutely, I'm not going to argue that. But you're pretty much saying that shut the fuck up. You don't have the right to talk. You don't have the right to express your opinion. You have no fucking rights whatsoever. You say what we want you to say and deal with it. It seems like it's a direction of communism to me. It's just my opinion, as the show is for, to express our opinion.
Yeah. More like the military to me, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, same thing.
If someone disobeys a direct order from me, I'm not sending them to the fucking brig. They will get disciplined. They will be on the shittiest fucking duty that I can fucking find.
Yeah, but you might have that discretion on the type of discipline you administer. You know what I mean? So just because Paul sends them to the brig, and I might give him a slap on the hand, and you might give him an Article 15 or something like that, it's still discipline. So it's like, okay.
You're right. It's too extreme of a discipline, but
Yeah, it is.
my opinion.
It's a double standard anyway. All right, let's move on to the next one.
I don't think it's a double standard. He should have shut the fuck up. That's what he should have done.
Hey, I have the power to mute, so you be quiet. You just behave, Mike. Just behave.
Yeah, I'll behave.
All
right, let's move on anyway. We're beating this one to death anyway. Biden threatens to terminate major portion of Border Patrol agents via vax mandate.
More than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about that, Lieutenant? What the hell is his name again?
Dangles. Just call me Dangles, bro.
Dangles.
You know what?
Dingleberries or something. I don't know.
He's doing it for the military. Why not? Why isn't that good for the Border Patrol as well? I don't know. I didn't even hear this, so it's very interesting. But I'm over this whole fucking vax bullshit. So.
He's not directly threatening to do that to them. It's a directive that had been put out to all federal agencies. So they're coming down to the time frame, like right now, like you have until not very long from now to get your shit done, or we're going to terminate you. So it's not him going out and like, I see you riding with split reins. I'm going to fire half of you anti-vaxxer freaks. And that's really not how it is. So the headline has really kind of been twisted to be a little sensationalized.
Yeah,
But it's
because of what's
happening
going
throughout
on
the
with the border
entire US
patrol.
government.
Yeah, it's good
Contractors that
timing
work
because
for
of
the
what's
US
going on with the
government,
border right now.
too. So again?
Yeah, I said because of what's going on down at the border, that's good that they just throw border patrol in there and not the U.S. Marshals or the Bureau of Prisons or the Treasury.
Texas National
It's like you
Guard.
said, yeah. It's like they all have to follow this so-called vaccine mandate. So now it's like, let's just say the border patrol. I get it. All right. Sorry about that, guy. Now, what do you think about that, big country?
A couple things. Firstly, Biden's overreach on this vaccination bull crap. How he's trying to step it up either way with getting everybody vaccinated, and it is an overreach the way he's doing things. But secondly, to me, this is almost like vendetta because he's the first one that said, "Oh, it was horrible what those border patrol people did to the refugees." What'd they do? They were on a horse and they grabbed them to stop them from coming across the border. So this is his way of saying, "Oh, here's how we'll get rid of them. They're not vaccinated. Bye."
You think that one guy that's famous now in that picture he found out he wasn't vaccinated, or he's probably one of those people that say,
I think he's trying to get them all back. I think Biden is I don't know. If he had his choice, I think he'd open up the borders, let everybody come across. He don't care. He's not about the security of this country.
Yeah, okay. I agree with Lieutenant Dangles. They did it to the military. What the hell?
Yeah.
And I know it's going to start to trickle down to everybody sooner or later.
Well, this is the next step. I mean, we're not maybe the next after this, but the one after that is going to be like forced vaccinations, probably on all of the resistors. Because first it was, yay, we saved you, and then people went, okay, all the frontline workers, you've been doing such great shit, and then they were like, all right, everybody, come get your vaccine. Oh man, now you're killing grandma. Don't be an asshole. Kill grandma. Get your shots. What? Everything will go back to normal if you just get your shots. Hey, now, okay, all government agencies have to get their shots. If you work with a government agency, you get a shot. If you do government contracting, all your employees have to get the shot. I mean, you can see why are they? What is the whole deal about you have to do it?
Well, if you're a postal worker, you don't have to if you're a postal worker.
None of it really makes sense. If you believe the vaccines work, go take it. And then you're protected. And if I don't and it kills me, well, guess what? Fucking less competition for you. So I don't get it.
Yep.
Yeah. Next, Jim.
And on top of that, because Lord Fauci has spoken, Fauci says fully vaccinated will include booster shots.
Wow. That's not a question, but
I guess I can't get fully vaccinated then because I'm on the Janssen that they don't have a booster shot for it, so I can't be fully vaccinated. Screw it.
Follow the money.
Well, I mean, it does say booster shots. So you're not going to be fully vaccinated after the one booster.
You're right. You're right.
Like I said in the beginning, this right here is just to replace the flu shot because I truly believe millions and millions of people stopped getting the flu shot, so that caused that revenue to drop. So now they needed something that was guaranteed every year, and now in this case, semi-annually. It's still keeping those pharmaceutical companies rich.
I just saw something on Moderna profited like $5 billion so far off of it.
That's it?
$5 billion.
$5 billion.
Oh, billion. I thought you said million. I was about to say.
No, I thought you said billion too. I was like,
yeah.
Moderna's already turned a $5 billion profit.
Wow. I think the only one that I think they still have a profit, but a low amount of profit is Johnson & Johnson because of all the hiccups they had. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't their first recall. You know that, right?
Right. But
Johnson has a history of recalls.
You guys agree with Fauci or?
I mean, do we have a choice?
Oh, there's always a choice.
I mean, he makes that rule. I don't. So yeah, I guess
right.
we're right. He's right.
No,
It's
none of
fucking
us are fully
stupid.
vaccinated.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not vaccinated, so I don't give a fuck about a booster shot.
Well, you should,
not
you
getting
should,
that
you
fucking
should
bullshit.
care, and I think everyone should get. I hate using that word, but vaccinated. I think that everyone should get vaccinated.
I wish I respected your opinion. But
Hey, you know what? You know what though? Hey, let me break in for a second, Mike. I really appreciate you because right now you're the only thing keeping us on YouTube. Because they literally just said YouTube is going to go through and purge anything, anyone,
yeah.
any channel that goes against vaccinations in any way.
Get out of here.
Well,
I'm-
they did,
I'm
yeah.
telling-
That was just on
Yeah.
Fox News.
that was
Yeah.
on this.
So subscribe to us on Rumble, guys, because
No, you stay on YouTube because my fight is to get everyone vaccinated.
All right, I'm gonna get vaccinated. I think I should.
you've just changed my mind, Mike. Holy cow!
Yeah,
Oh, I got two.
I'm
I
a
think I should take
vaccinated
15.
libertarian now.
Mike's getting a
Wait a
kickback.
minute. What did Paul just say?
I think I should take 15. One
No,
for every
I'm
year I
done.
take
I'm
today.
done.
What is there any
One's
certain
good. 15's got to be
Mike?
great. Just let me knock
Mike
out
is-
the next 3 years like all up front.
Yeah.
Mike, is there a specific one that you want to put a plug on or not?
Oh shit! I wasn't expecting that. Whichever one suits you. Yeah.
Really?
As
Okay.
long, as long as you get vaccinated.
If it rhymes with Budweiser, you get it, okay, right? So you get your pockets lined, right?
You
Hey,
gotta stay on as many channels or platforms as we can.
All right. I'm gonna get it. I'm getting it just
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I'm getting it, Ray. Tomorrow.
are you guys really not vaccinated?
Fuck no, I'm not, and I'm not getting it. Well, now I am because of Mike. Yes.
Yeah. Jim, are you vaccinated?
No,
Paul?
No, I am not, but I think I have a natural immunity to it. I think I've already been exposed to it.
Oh, that might be. Yeah, there are people out there
I-
like that.
I have this irrational fear of the vaccine just as much as I do the virus, so it's a real tough decision.
And it's
I'm
against
actually
my
going to do antibody testing next day or two. See if
it's
I
against
got
my
it.
religion too. So
Yeah, I did that I think I did that twice last year. Paul, the antibody
testing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like a
So did you come
minority
back
now.
positive with antibodies?
So what?
So did you come back positive for antibodies to it?
No. They said I
Well-
So
wasn't
you've never been
exposed.
exposed to it.
Right.
Well, Ryan, I want to say one thing. In a year from now, either you'll be the host of this show or we'll be missing you.
Yeah, 10 years
'Cause-
from now, we see that ad on TV. If you had the Johnson shot between
It's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
either or, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't it? It can't be both. It's an either or, right?
yeah, I guess so. Well, I have my wife, myself, and my son. He's 15 now. We're all vaccinated, and as soon as they release it for my daughter, I'm gonna get her vaccinated too.
Wow.
I sure am.
Interesting.
And that was
I
without
say
your
we
help,
should
Mike.
be doing mass antibody testing. But it's a whole
I
lot
think so
cheaper
too.
than the shot.
It's cheaper, it's faster. Yeah.
I mean, we like to go international travel, anyways. You got to have that to be international travel at this point.
It's like having chicken pox. If you've had chicken pox, like if I had chicken pox last year, why would I go get a shot for chicken pox?
That Brian, that's so misleading. It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, right? That's kind of nonsensical. Now you can say, if I had chicken pox as a kid, herpes zoster, and it comes back when I'm an adult.
you.
Like later, I had shingles, and that kind of sucks.
I have a
Because
friend that
it's
just
the
went
late virus
overseas.
stage. But if I just had it within the last year or two, why do I need to go get another shot of it? That makes no
Brian,
sense.
you're still gonna have to get a COVID test. If you're talking about traveling overseas or whatever, you're still gonna have to have a COVID test. No,
Oh,
You can
sure.
stick that
Yeah,
fucking
but-
thing up my nose. It doesn't
so I
really
mean,
bother
so
me.
having that vaccine means jack shit.
Right,
Because
but
you're
they
still
won't let you
gonna have to
travel
have-
without it. Like they won't let me go. Well, they said we gotta go down to BVI soon, and they won't let me go to BVI unless I have a vaccine.
No, you have to have a COVID test.
I will have to have a COVID test. You're correct.
But the
I will have to
vaccine-
have the vaccine too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just have a friend that went overseas.
Why do you
all
have to
they
have
want-
both? See,
all they
again,
want-
nonsense.
All
Why do you
they
have to
wanted
have
was the
both?
test.
Well, the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting COVID. It just
Yeah,
stops you from
absolutely.
going to the
100%,
hospital with it.
right.
Yeah, all they wanted was the test. They don't give a shit about the vaccine when they went overseas.
I'm just
So why do I
telling you
have
what
to
they
get a
told me.
vaccine to protect you?
You don't have to give shit for me. I
Well,
can
that's
tell
the
you.
narrative. Well, then why the fuck do you
no.
force the people to get vaccines?
Exactly. I don't force nothing, brother.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the state.
No, I know. Mike's
Well,
trying to force it, though.
speaking of brother, we could go on to the next one. I had a nice segue with Ryan talking about his kids, but
We're
you
You
need a minute?
No.
All right.
Just remember, it's 7:30 where you're at. It's like 6:30 here, so I got plenty.
Oh, yeah. Well, the next one will start.
It's that mute button.
Yeah, I did. All right, we're going to move to the next one. California governor signs bill allowing children to hide sex change operations and abortions from parents.
Now, what would that do with my kids? Why were you going to segue my kids in that conversation?
No, it wasn't your kids. I was just saying kids. So that was supposed to be the segue, but we went an extra 10 minutes on it, so it didn't matter.
Oh, my God, man.
I can honestly say that doesn't surprise me. What do you think about that, Lieutenant Dangles?
They're going to find out either way, but I mean, who's fronting the bill? So then if it's my kid and I don't know about it, then my insurance ain't going to pay for it then, right? I don't know. It's just, it is what it is, I guess. I don't understand.
I say for the sex change operation, if you didn't know that as a parent, you're a fucking shitty parent.
True. Yeah.
My son comes home with tits and I don't notice. Okay.
Well,
somebody shoot me, okay? Because that's
can you not apply it to abortion too? I mean, maybe early stage, I get, but
yeah.
Like, hey, how'd you lose all that weight?
Yeah, really.
Well, I think it's based on the fact that they're hiding from them to start out. Obviously, as a parent, you're gonna figure it out, but like, so who's paying for these operations then?
That's true.
I don't know. My opinion would be whatever, man.
Well, I think it's California that's built in. They give you those for free.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's like a vaccine.
Yeah,
it's like a vaccine.
Operations are Thursdays, abortions are Friday, Saturday.
That's probably where that missing $30 billion went, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, need more than that. What do you think about that, Paul?
Well, I think there's a deeper issue here. Like in Germany, circumcision is now illegal until you're 18.
Good God.
The premise being that you as an adult are the one that is consenting upon what you do with your body, and you're the only one that can have consent. The presumption then too is prior to that you're not a fully formed adult and you cannot give your full consent at that point. So what is this age when we talk about children? Is the age of actual consent in California 16, and that's the age that they talk about. So I think it's a deeper issue. Where you get tricky on that is if you allow, say, a 12-year-old at that point to be able to give consent upon these things, then you're also allowing a 12-year-old to give consent to all kinds of other things.
That's true.
So now you open this is how like philiacs get away with these types of things, right? I'm going to maneuver around the law. But then again, if you're having an honest discussion upon when a person owns their own body, I can have that discussion, and I don't necessarily think that there's an age, right? And I know some 17-year-olds that are really fucking squared away and can make decisions for themselves, and I know some 30-year-olds that struggle with that shit every day.
It's true.
So we come up with an arbitrary age of 18. That's what our society pretty much is levied upon, and that now standard becomes part of the topic of discussion with this.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the Germany thing. So, do they not do vaccines?
That's probably totally different. Who knows? Because they can look at that in public health. You can't make a public health argument through my foreskin.
I don't know. Mental
really
health
is on everybody's head that I saw. Maybe, but the likelihood of me being able to do that more than 5 or 6 people before I got my ass beat is pretty low.
What would
you need better friends?
Depends how drunk we are right now. I could probably get away with 5 or 6, but I'm still probably going to get my ass beat before
What would be like the legal age to even get a sex change?
Yes, again, that's what we don't know about with the headline.
You got a good point, Paul. Very
that's a very good point. I mean, who's going to sign for those kids to go in there and do that? I
Right,
mean, they have to have a parent
exactly.
signature to be able. But they can't sign away they don't have the legal right to sign that. So
I mean, a kid can't fly alone on an airplane with under 13 or whatever without being accompanied. Who's taking the kid to the abortion clinic at 12? You thumbing it down there? Or what? I mean,
Uber.
can't fly
Well, I
alone
think
in an
that's-
airplane, but you can get your penis cut off.
Well, I think that's where this conversation gets complicated because we arbitrarily move a number around for different circumstances.
correct.
Drinking versus driving versus, we're moving this number around and it's based on a number. It's not based on, like you said, a cognitive ability or a maturity thing. It's a number. And that's a hard argument to place when everyone doesn't fit in the same place. So,
Yeah.
All right, next one.
good? All right. Mike's favorite subject here. Mark Meadows says the public doesn't know the full story about January 6th.
No shit.
It comes right after January 5th and before January 7th. The story's over.
Yes.
Any thoughts on that, guys?
No, I mean, I imagine he's right. I bet we don't know the full story on January 6th. I guarantee he's right. But I guarantee they never tell us either.
Years and years later.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Declassified.
You'll never hear the whole story.
Yeah.
Well, this-
Oliver Stone will make a movie in 6 years. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Netflix.
nothing's happening. I'm beating a dead horse, Jim. Yeah, nothing's fucking happening. So let's move on.
All right. Well, we'll get to a more comedic one anyway. This shouldn't surprise you, though. Saki says it's unfair and absurd companies would increase prices in response to higher taxes.
Wow.
What do you think about that, Paul?
I think she pretty much said it all right there.
Yeah.
That dumb shit just speaks for itself.
Yeah. That's the world that we live in.
So, can I ask a different question? What would be fair?
Right. Yeah.
That
Lower
they just
taxes.
pay more taxes?
No, I'd say get rid of taxes.
Well, they're on Capitol Hill right now going, if we don't increase the debt ceiling, like,
Yeah.
we might have to default on some of this really absurd drunken heroin addict with the platinum card that daddy gave me spending spree that I've been on for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
And so they go, if we don't do it, we're going to have to do stuff like shut down the government. So immediately you got me like jumping up and down, like, yay!
Yeah.
No more damage being done.
Yeah.
But, that's all to look at all the government employees we have. We're not going to be able to pay the military. We're not going to be able to pay for SNAP. I mean, what about the kids? The kids won't eat. What about all your other bullshit projects? Cut that. And then we don't have to worry about the kids not being able to eat.
Right. Our
This
military.
shit's never talked about. We
Yeah.
got to raise the debt ceiling.
Yep. Because
Hot
they
tip,
want to keep
guys, we're
spending the
broke.
way they do.
We are broke.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We can just print more money.
Hey,
What do you
Sarge,
think about
I
that,
realize
Lieutenant
that
Dangles?
I'm in debt more than
I don't-
30 years of retirement of a 10-star general. But can I get $20 until payday? I'll pay you back. Right?
Gladly
That's where
pay
we're
you
at.
Wednesday for hamburger today. What is it?
I don't know, man. I got too much to say and too little time to say it. I say we move on to the next episode.
I think it's logical that a company would raise their prices if we raise taxes. I think somebody doesn't have a grasp of reality that would say that shit.
I agree 100%.
Well,
mean,
it's obvious.
The purpose of the company is what? For profit, right?
Right. And
Provide
they
a
usually
service
have
or
a
product and make money off of said product or said service.
and they usually have
Exactly.
When you
shareholders.
increase the taxes or whatever, then the price of that product or labor is going to increase. So they still have to make a profit.
Mike, it all goes hand in hand. You raise fucking minimum wage, you're gonna raise fucking prices. You raise taxes, you're gonna raise prices. that a company is not going to lose fucking money because of this government. They're going to make their fucking dollar no matter what.
Oh, lots of companies lose money because of government. Most of them do.
I don't know what companies you're talking about, but
pretty much every single one out there loses money to the government. Pretty much every single one of them.
Probably projected money, not real fucking money though. I worked in corporate America, and we made budgets. It was all based on fake money. It was all based on fake profits. If we didn't make those numbers, we still made our money. We just didn't make our like budget that we planned for. But we still made our money. We didn't lose shit.
So
yeah,
Uncle
but it's
Sam
not hard when you're selling bootleg
with
porn.
His hand out and a front in the other and say, "Gimme."
It's just like McDonald's. If you raise minimum wage or whatever
McDonald's
else,
still pays taxes.
Yeah, they're going to pay their taxes, but they're going to raise the fucking dollar menu to $3 menu instead of a $1 menu. They're still going to make their fucking money. It's any smart company, any real company, they're making their money. They're going to lie and say, "Oh, well, we didn't make what we budgeted for." So what? You still
that's why a lot of those food chains are starting to invest in those automatic assembly line type sandwich makers or burger makers, you know what I mean, machines.
That's all shit where you come from, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, it's just like all those, like the McDonald's and the Burger King. Now they have the kiosks up there, so now they can hire less people.
Kiosks don't pay taxes.
Right. Well, like for me, yeah, you don't have to pay insurance on a kiosk either. So there you go. You're making your money still. Like for me, I've moved down to South Carolina now. Very rude awakening. I go to Walmart. I don't usually patron Walmart, but I have as of late. It's all fucking self checkouts now. It blows my mind. That's like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's what you get when you have you raise the minimum wage. So they're like,
I get it. I get it. But that's another one of my points. They're gonna find a way to make their money. If they have to do all self checkout and hire one cashier.
I'm not really sure where we're going with this because it sounds like you're saying the same thing. I think Mike summed it up. It's profit. They're not. Price doesn't matter. It's profit. So if you're making something, you got to make a profit. If you don't make a profit, why do you have a business? Right. It's not a business at that point if you're not making a profit. So
my whole point is they're going to make their profit, plain and simple.
Yeah. So if the government's taking more money from you, that means you got to get more money from somewhere else. Because profit.
Right.
And then if you have to raise prices and you're the supplier of somebody else, guess what they got to do? Raise prices. It's I don't even know why we're arguing this stupid statement because this woman obviously doesn't even know how like lemonade stands work. You know, you wouldn't be selling lemonade cheaper than it costs to buy the box or the thing of lemonade.
Right.
Like, duh. That's called charity. It's not called business.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the last one because I think Mike's been waiting for this one.
Oh yeah.
Elon Musk reclaims spot as world's richest person.
Wow, just last week. Okay.
I don't make up the headlines.
I know. Wow. I guess it's a battle, up there at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know what caused it, but I did hear something today that was very interesting about a battery that was just made for the Tesla. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Apparently, somebody just created a battery that can drive a Tesla from New York to California 3 times before it dies.
Bullshit.
And it charges in 8 minutes. My first question was, is it lithium based? So we need to go back to Afghanistan.
Right. That's a good question.
Is there solar panels on that bitch or something? What?
I heard it today. I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I heard a couple of people talking about it.
Wow.
So he's number one again. Having that number one spot means oh, good Lord, I don't even want to know.
Well, that's till the next space mission, because then he'll probably spend a lot of money on that.
Yeah, but Tesla's about to take a hit in the marketplace too. So I was reading a lot of things about a lot of electric car companies coming out now to rival Tesla because A lot of people do not like Tesla. It's such a simple base body line for all the Teslas. Nothing changed on it. They don't look like, I mean, they all look the same to me. I see a Tesla, they looks like the other. Oh, that's an S, whatever. That's a model, whatever. What's the difference? I have no idea. It looks exactly the same. So,
And the size of them, it's just like a mini version and a normal size car version or something like that. Yeah.
I love how it's the Democrats, the ones that are all concerned about the environment, but yet they can't make an electric vehicle affordable for the average person, right? I mean, what average Joe working at Walmart is going to buy a fucking Tesla?
Right.
I mean, but no, there's a bunch of. I was actually looking at the cars the other day. A bunch of electric cars coming out that are going to rival Tesla. So, I think he's on his way back down. He won't be the richest for long.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just saying one more spaceship with rocket fuel and half his money's gone anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Build an electric rocket, and I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it. We're complete on this one, unless anybody's got some alibis. Mike?
No.
You've been chomping at the bit all day. I don't know what's going on over there.
No.
Hey, wait. You said you had something for me later. What was that? Oh, the very first thing you said, "Oh, I got something for you on that later."
No, it's long gone. It's long gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it then. That's all the time we're going to spend on this War Room. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys out there for watching us. If you're a veteran, get involved. Come to pullthepinalready.com. Subscribe on Rumble because we might not be on YouTube very longer. And until then, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Go vaccines.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.